This is Excel and this is our presentation, introductory presentations. So I will be introducing you guys to the first part of our slides, which are general information about the human stem cells. So first off, a quick overall about our group members. Here you can see our names and where we're from. So moving on, some important learning points of the presentation will be about stem cells and aging, current status, and our approach to the problem that we're going to propose. So first off, what are stem cells? Stem cells are specialized cells with the unique ability to develop into various types of cells in the body. They are very important for growth, repair, and regeneration. They are also categorized into two types of cells: embryonic stem cells, which can become any cell type, and adult stem cells, which are more limited to the field of specialization. So where can adult stem cells be found? Adult stem cells can be found in multiple regions of the human body, including the eyes, heart, liver, bone marrow, skin, or practically any organs you can think of. They are all over our bodies. But they do come with several limitations. Some limitation of adult stem cells we have here are their limited differentiation potential. Like I mentioned previously, they can only become a few specific cell types called multipotent, unlike embryonic stem cells. Their availability are also very restricted. They can only be found in small quantities in adult tissues, making extraction extremely challenging. Their ability in dividing and renewing are also not as efficient when compared to embryonic stem cells, and they also experience age-related decline, which means their function and abundance decreases as individuals age. So that were some noticeable limitations of adult stem cells. So let's dive more into stem cells and aging. So as stem cells age, their renewal ability deteriorates, and their ability to differentiate into various cell types is also altered. It became extremely difficult for them to divide into other organs and still be as efficient. Aging impacts both the quantity and the quality of stem cells, their self-renewal potential, their developmental potential, and their interaction with external signals. So some consequences of stem cell aging are stress response, accumulated damage, plasticity loss, and even the mechanisms of dysfunction.
Now, I will be discussing the current state of stem cells-based therapies, focusing on their application in anti-aging. Stem cells have shown great promise in various fields of medicine, from treating neurodegenerative diseases to regenerative therapies. Let's begin by looking at some of the most notable areas where stem cells are being researched and applied. One of the most exciting applications of stem cells is treating neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, and spinal cord injuries. Clinical trials are exploring the use of induced pluripotent stem cells to generate dopaminergic neurons, particularly for Parkinson's disease. The idea is that by generating these neurons in the lab, we could potentially replace the damaged cells in the brain and restore the function. Another promising area of stem cell therapies is treating ocular diseases, particularly macular degeneration. Japan had led the way in conducting clinical trials using iPSCs, derived retinal cells, with some promising results. The potential to restore sight or slow down degenerative eye conditions using stem cells is a breakthrough that could change the life of millions of patients. In the realm of diabetes, particularly type 1 diabetes, stem cells are studied for their ability to regenerate pancreatic beta cells, which are responsible for producing insulin. Companies like Viasite are working on encapsulate beta cells in plants using pluripotent stem cells to replace the damaged cells. This could potentially eliminate the need for insulin injections in diabetic patients, offering a more permanent solution to this widespread condition. Stem cells research is also making a stride in the fields of dentistry. Stem cells derived from dental tissues are being tested for their ability to regenerate dental bulb and periodontal tissues. Early clinical trials have shown promising results, particularly in the regeneration of bulb tissues and repair of periodontal structures. This could eventually lead to more effective and long-lasting treatment for tooth decay and gum diseases. Now let's shift our focus to a particularly exciting area of research, stem cells in anti-aging. In 2023, at the 12th Annual Stem Cells Conference in Vietnam, the topic of stem cells applied to aging was a major discussing point. Dr. Phan Thanh Hảo highlighted the remarkable result of clinical trials on mesenchymal stem cells in the treatment of aging. One such trial involved 12 patients who had aging-related conditions such as diabetes, dyslipidemia, and obesity. These patients underwent treatment with mesenchymal stem cells derived from their own fat tissues. The results were nothing short of impressive. There were significant reductions in inflammatory cytokines, which are proteins that promote inflammation in the body. Patients also reported the feeling of more rejuvenated, with improvement in skin's appearance and sleep quality. Importantly, no adverse events were reported, indicate that MCS-based treatment could be safe and effective option for tackling age-related conditions. Now, why mesenchymal stem cells are so important in this treatment? MSCs are multipotent stem cells, meaning that they can differentiate into several types of cells, such as osteoblasts, bone cells, chondrocytes, cartilage cells, myocytes, muscle cells, and epidocytes, fat cells. As we age, the function of these MSCs are often declined, contributing to the issues like osteoporosis and increased adiposity. Their depletion plays a key role in body's reduced regenerative capacity. MSCs also possesses immunomodulatory properties. This means they can influence the immune system activities, which is particularly beneficial in reducing inflammation and promoting healing in tissues affected by age-related conditions. Hematopoietic stem cells found in the blood-forming tissues also play a crucial role in stem cell research related to aging. These stem cells can give rise to types of blood cells, and they are essential for the body's ability to regenerate blood and immune cells. Unfortunately, HSCs function naturally decline with age, leading to weakened immune responses and increased vulnerability to diseases. This decline is part of the broader phenomenon of stem cell exhaustion, where the body's stem cells lose their ability to replicate and repair tissues as effectively as they wanted.
So here's our approach to illuminating vision, the role of stem cell therapy and cataract treatment. For the overview, cataract is the leading cause of visual impairment in old age. It is estimated that 95 million people worldwide are affected by cataract, and this disease is responsible for 50% cases of blindness in the middle and low-income countries. So what is it? Cataract is a cloudy area that forms on the lens of your eye. Your lens is a clear, flexible structure made most of proteins, which are also called crystallines. As you get older, the proteins in your lens break down, forming cloudy patches that affect your vision. But the problem is current treatments of cataract involve invasive surgery to remove the affected lens and replace it with artificial intraocular lens, which carry risks such as infections and the possibility of secondary cataract formation. There is a need for a regenerative approach that restores natural lens functionality without reliance on synthetic implants. So for the solution, it is hypothesized that the lens capsule could act as a natural scaffold, and the WJSCs could be used to restore the lens's structure in the empty capsule. These cells can grow into new clear lenses tissue within the existing lens capsule, reducing the complications and restoring natural lens function. So here's the method. Firstly is the isolation of the WJ-MSCs. Stem cells are collected from the umbilical cord Watten's jelly. These cells are multilatent, meaning that they can transform into various cell types, including lens fiber cells. For the lens removal, the catheter cells is surgically removed, leaving the lens capsule intact to support regeneration. After that, for a stem cell injection, WJMSCs are injected into the lens capsule where they can settle the appropriate environment. And for the regeneration, the stem cells differentiate into functional lens fiber cells, restoring the eye's transparency and refractive abilities.